Okay. This is apparently game 3 of not the semifinals. This is round 3 between Mia and Renie. We just saw a really awesome game. Now, apparently game 1, which I missed, Mia won. But wow, very quickly, both players choosing Infested. This is going to be a cool game, I think. I don't know if I've ever seen an Infested v Infested matchup, so this is going to be pretty neat. The last game, apparently, I missed some really important things. I was talking about the Purification Novas taking out huge swaths of Renie's own army because they were actually neuroparasited. And I missed that, but that was awesome. That was really, really cool. I mean, I watched it happen, but I missed the Infester part of it, so either way, it was really, really neat. So we'll see how closely these two players mirror each other in builds. Mia clearly really liking Infested. Getting Infested, I think, in 2 of the 3 games that we've watched. Alright, so the real thing is, when will these players' builds really start differing from each other? And right now, it's not going to, so there's really not much to say. So how's the chat doing? Anyway, we were talking about brute hosts. That's the cop-out, is always saying, how's the chat doing when you have nothing to say. But we're talking about brood hosts. They've already been nerfed twice, and I really think the key is, it's very similar to carriers, is you need some sort of mobile force that can just get on top of them. And that can be tricky for some races, but I mean, Blink Stalkers and then Shadow Cannon on Annihilator seems like the obvious choice. Kind of a strange glitch here with the extractors on top of the geysers. Very strange on Apotheosis. Okay. Anything different from these players? I don't think so. Egg clusters coming out. We have a Roach Warren coming out from Mia faster than Renie because Renie goes for a fast expand instead. So keep in mind, both these players have the same advantages and disadvantages when it comes to the day-night cycle. Very, very high regeneration for infested units at night. Not really high, but noticeably, I think. Whereas their structures are always getting really good regeneration. I can even show this off right here. Life very quickly, especially at night. Okay, so what do we have coming out? Here's another egg cluster, and there's the Roach Warren for Renie. So Renie, it may pay off for Renie to get that fast expansion, especially if Mia doesn't put on any fast pressure. But we have roaches and more early infested commanders. It's so interesting to see early infested commanders. I mean, they have okay health, but I mean, I view these more of a support unit, and Mia's actually sending these across the map. I suppose the big thing is that they're faster than roaches. Let's watch off creep. Roaches 2.8 off creep. These fellows 3.15, so it's a little bit of a difference. Okay, so let's see. Second Brood Hive coming up for Renie, and nothing really in production for either player, so Mia, I think, maybe banking a lot on these infested commanders doing anything. Where's the Swarm Queen? I want to look. See, infested commanders are cheap. I would have expected them to be a little more expensive. They're even marked as passive support units, but we've seen Mia use them to decent effect, especially against those Stalkers last game. But the big question is Renie, not Nerazim anymore, not going to be able to get any Adepts out. And look at that! 5 infested commanders for Mia. Or 4 infested commanders for Mia, 5 for Renie. Both these players going fast early commanders. I'm really surprised at this. Is there something about infested commanders that I don't understand, that I am not recognizing? The roaches have a really low range, I suppose that's a thing, and you can kind of kite with them. I mean, we're seeing it happen right now, so now Renie definitely having a defender's advantage. He's, getting close to the Brood Hive, so Spawn Banelings is definitely an option. Broodmother now leveling up to level 2. And let's keep an eye on Mila. What is Mila? Let's keep an eye on Mia and see what Mia's up to, getting their second Brood Hive now as well. But Renie going to be probably slightly ahead in income because second Brood Hive from them, expansion Brood Hive already up. Any workers go down at all from anybody? No. I don't know why I would have thought they would have, because we didn't see anybody's units get even close to a mineral line. More egg clusters, possibly going to use these to kind of wall in a small area and force, when you see your opponent coming with a ton of roaches, you want to try to funnel them a little bit. That can make a big difference, in my opinion. And Mia, I would argue, slightly, very, 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 very slightly behind, just because of that early fight and a later expansion after losing that fight on the back foot of it. But a laboratory coming up from Mia. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see this happen. Where is it? There it is. So let's check this out. You can get doubles the energy regeneration. Oh, he's getting it right away. for infested colonies. We're going to see infested colonies. I haven't been able to see these at all. Meanwhile, Renie at the bottom of the map going for a third brood hive, third base coming up. Mia, unfortunately, only on 2, but the income is closer than I would have expected, probably because both are fairly close when it comes to worker count. So, incubators coming up from MiaNonnNa, and it looked like Renie just got some sort of upgrade that I wasn't expecting. Oh, I think he started the artillery glands and canceled it, if I'm not mistaken. Uh-oh. We have a Nidus network coming up from Mia, along with those infested colonies. So we may see some Nidus infested play, which is going to be real, real cool. And what is this right here? We have a scrutinizer coming out from Renie. Probably going to use that to scout. You can also use that to detect. Not much of a reason to detect unless you think your opponent is going to be burrowing towards you. Once those incubators are done, I'm really excited to see how these infested colonies work out. More egg clusters in that Nidus network. Granted, you need some vision on your opponent to even throw down your Nidus, and all of the infested units are quite slow off creep. And I'm kind of surprised that the creep spread, I mean, from both of these players, very high-level players, we haven't seen some insane creep spread yet. I mean, it's only 6 minutes. And here comes the Nidus worm, which is going to lead him straight into Renie's third base. Now, will Renie notice this? Will it give him a notification when it pops up? I mean, I think he hears the squeal of the Nidus worm. And here we go, and here are the 3 infested commanders, possibly going to wait for the creep to spread and throw down those infested colonies. Oh, you don't need creep for those either. And there we go, building the infested colonies. And I don't know what these can actually build. I assume it's infested Terrans and infested Marines, but I don't know, don't know how well it's going to go. We still have a scrutinizer up here, probably waiting to send that in to check out some tech at the right moment. And here come the roaches. Oh dear! And with this amount of maggots, though, I don't know if these infested colonies are going to finish in time. But oh my word! Look at the amount of infested Terrans that spawned right then. Wow, that was huge. I didn't think that that's how that worked. All right, and another big group right here. And here are the maggots. You can see how powerful these maggots are. Good lord! And that was so cool. But Renie with just the right amount of timing there to show up just at the right time, and we have Renie throwing down his own Nidus network right here. He's not going to be using infested Terrans, it doesn't look like, but he's got all of these maggots. The maggots, really, really good ground units. Definitely a core mid-game unit for infested that we haven't seen this tournament yet. And here we go. We can check these out. The maggots, as you can see, shoot really slow, but their attack rate increases as they continue attacking, which is this exponential slime production right there. And eventually, you can get artillery glands, which allows them to shoot farther. And you can see how good these maggots are. They're definitely quite good units. And this brood hive slowly getting pecked away. And I don't know if Mia has what it takes to push against this. Another Nidus worm coming down from Renie so that maybe he can move his units around. But, yep, Mia calling GG, as I think Mia put a lot of stock into that infested Terran play, which was so close to working out. But Renie found it at just the right time to shut it down. Great game, great series.